welcome to this edition of Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall, as we're right here at East of Italy for our program this week. As Coach, welcome to the show. And kind of an interesting game this past Saturday night. It was the home opener, a fantastic crowd at home. A lot of turnovers in the game by both teams. Really a defensive struggle in this one, but most important thing is you moved to 2-0.
No doubt. I thought the defense obviously very opportunistic, awesome job creating turnovers, scoring. There were some huge plays in this ball game. Obviously the 2 fumble recoveries, touchdown, a beautiful pick six by Damari Lane, and we had some guys go down early. And I think in the back end of things, I think what will be real positive in this thing is that Donovan Isom got in and got some game reps, the first college snaps, football snaps as a freshman, and got some really valuable experience in this game.
I think that's one of the things a lot of our fans didn't realize is that Deshae was injured earlier in this game as he went down. Didn't really see it happen on a play, but he was injured, and you had to go to Donovan Isom. And like you said, his first really college experience is going on Saturday night.
Yeah, and I think for the freshman, I think he had the jitters and that, but he did some things really well, and what he did more than anything, probably he made some mistakes that will give us enough to coach him on and get better at this week, and hopefully we'll see. Also, Deshae comes back, and we also have Justin Allo in that mix as well, who also got in the game, which is great to see. We got him some reps too.
Well, Ron, I'll ask you this. Have you ever been a part of a game where your team forced 9 turnovers?
No, I've never been a part of 9 turnovers.
I mean, that's crazy. 3 returned for touchdowns in this one. It was certainly a defensive highlight tape, and currently the Lions lead the nation in turnovers forced, lead the nation in interceptions, lead the nation in sacks. So your defense right now playing a high level through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, huge. Made some huge plays, some big time plays, and if we can continue to do those things, then we will always be in the ball game, and we're gonna have some huge tests coming up, and it'll be important for our defense to play great. And it was exciting to see them come up with some huge plays in that ball game.
Let's talk about Damari Lane, who played very well in this D lane. I know he goes short by that, but a guy that was kind of pressed into some action, moved to a linebacker position as well, has played DB a whole lot for you. He had 2 big interceptions this one. He was named Southland Conference Defensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, he had a great game. Just all over the field making plays, tackles, 2 big picks, and the pick 6 was about as savvy of a football player as it was. He baited the quarterback into it and took a screen, picked it off, stepped in front, and takes it to the house, and just an amazing job by him. And he's a sophomore, so again, he'll be around for a while, and it's great to see those young guys make big time plays and have big time games.
All right, well, let's go ahead and take a break. We come back, we'll get to the highlights in this one right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall. Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by East of Italy, located in the Hammond Square Mall and at 600 Franklin Avenue in New Orleans near the lakefront. East of Italy serves traditional Italian fare with a distinct New Orleans twist, featuring succulent crawfish, southern spices, and made fresh everyday bread. You won't find a more tasty dish of Italian food anywhere else in the city. Regardless of your needs or desires, East of Italy can satisfy your hunger. For more information on East of Italy, please visit eastofitaly.com or check them out on their Facebook page. Your eyesight is so important, and when it comes to your eye care, let the friendly staff at the Bond Roten Eye Clinic care for you. Doctors Hunter Bond and Chris Roten, along with their staff of trained doctors, are committed to providing every patient with quality care. The Bond Roten Eye Clinic has the latest medical technology and eye care to help you, the patient. With over 14 years of experience, the Bond Roten Eye Clinic has 3 locations to serve you, with offices in Denham Springs, Hammond, and Amite. So if it's a checkup, glasses, or LASIK surgery, you need to visit the Bond Roten Eye Clinic. For more information on the clinic, please visit bondroteneyeclinic.com.
Inside Southeastern Football with Coach Ron Roberts is supported by Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction, located in Southeastern's hometown of Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auto auction locally owned by John Poteet. For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall, as we're right here at East of Italy for this edition of our show this week. The Lions had their home opener this past Saturday night against Florida Tech in front of a packed house. Let's go out and check out the first half highlights. All right, Coach, coming out of the locker room, you debuted some new green jerseys this week. I know your players were excited about that and excited for the home opener.
Oh yeah, great environment. I was just walking into Strawberry Stadium again. You gotta get chills to get to the entrance.
Lions would take on Florida Tech in this one. As you can see, they'd be in their solid green uniforms. Coach, we'd get the ball first, actually turn the ball over. Your defense would come right out. They'd make a big play, but you would turn them away once again. This was very similar to week 1.
Yeah, I think we've been opportunistic. We've been stingy right there, and it's a big play by a very familiar player. Obviously, Harlan Miller comes up with a huge pick. A great feel for it and recognizing and stepping in front of the receiver, making a play.
So Lion defense comes on the field in a tough situation, turn Florida Tech away. As you'll see as this broadcast continues, they were a really wide open offense, really threw it around. Offensively, come out the first possession here, our second possession with Deshae Lander back at quarterback.
Yeah, there's that kind of struggles there, and we take a sack there. We either need to get out of the pocket or get rid of the football there.
You can see here, here's a fumble your team would cause, and running in for a touchdown, scoop and score.
Yeah, Solomon Parker, a young man out of Georgia, Stone Mountain, Georgia, comes in and gets his first collegiate touchdown. Awesome job, very happy for him.
All right, well, Jonathan Tatum comes out and knocks through the extra point, and you go on top 7-0 in this one in front of the home crowd. And I know it's always good to strike first.
It was great to see Tatum come out there again. Again, he's a young player that, first two had to struggle with in the last ball game. He came out there and was great. Josh Dakin, very familiar name, is going to come up there with this huge turnover here again, and then the second turnover here early in his ball game.
You would go to Donovan Isom at quarterback because on that previous sack we saw to Deshae Lander, he would be injured on that play. He'd have to settle for a field goal opportunity. Comes up just short and aren't able to put points on the board.
Yeah, I don't think he didn't hit that one solid. But again, I thought he's very capable of making that kick.
There's a ball down the far sideline. They would call pass interference, as Florida Tech has an opportunity deep in their zone, and there's another scoop and score, and this is a good one here, Coach. Ashton Henderson.
Ashton Henderson. I think this video right now by Monday has gone viral throughout this week, and again by just showing this TV, it's going to be everywhere across the country.
He was stumbling, rumbling, and I think here's another look at it as this is a better view as he's going to scoop it up, and you'll see him coming right into your living room.
Yeah, this is a dream for defensive linemen, and we got 2 defensive linemen scored touchdowns.
Love a big man score.
Yeah, it's a great seeing these guys get out front and try and throw blocks and just try to escort him in for that touchdown. Unbelievable, nice job.
Ashton Henderson, like you said, a dream for a college athlete, college defensive lineman. To be able to score a touchdown at home like that. You can see he's getting some love from everybody.
All the linemen loving this. Yeah.
Tatum would go back out there and add the extra point. You'd be up 14-0 at this point. You had to feel pretty good about where you're at here in the first quarter. Yeah,
and I think really this kind of really the layover there on offense. I mean, sitting there almost for 9 minutes not getting on the field.
Here's a big call, Coach, in the game. They call targeting on Jordan Batiste. He actually gets ejected from the football game. Kind of a questionable call there, but it does stand in replay.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's a tough one because I didn't think it was. I don't think it means the intention of the rule. There was no violent intention there on the contact. So I don't think it really grasps within the rules or what the intention of the rules were. And it was very fortunate for us that we lose a great player early in a ball game. So we got a couple guys go down, but that's opportunities for other guys to step up to the plate. And again, we're getting valuable experience here with Donovan Isom. He does some good things running the option.
They get the football back here. You're up 14-3 at this point. Run a wheel route and have a big play here. You don't see many busts against your defense, but that guy he got loose on you.
Yeah, got a little mistake there. We missed the guy going up the sidelines. And that flat defender's got to take that thing up the sidelines, and we've got to expand and be aware of that. We got caught sleeping on that one.
Come back here, nice pitch and catch for a first down.
Byron Johnson is a guy that, again, he's had a tremendous fall camp and done a tremendous job. He's a guy we probably need to lean on more right now because he is a guy that we can count on.
Another big play defensively as this one really had tightened up. Like I said, got to 14-10.
Yeah, Aaron Price, and he had a fabulous game. 2 sacks on the night. He really did. He played remarkable, and he's great to see those seniors have those type of ball games.
They had another penalty that got them inside our territory, and here's a little slip screen.
Yeah. We got to do a better job of forcing that from the outside in on those things. It cost a couple times that we did not do a very good job of handling those screens, the receiver screens.
So, Coach, they erased the 14-point lead, and it's 17-14 here with 9:29. And you could feel the stadium getting a little uneasy at this point as we go to locker room trailing 17-14.
Well, I think we were too. I wasn't feeling real comfortable off the half. I thought we not playing well.
Coach, kind of a weird first half in this one. If I'd have told you before the game that you were going to run back 2 fumbles for touchdowns in the first quarter, you probably think you're up pretty big at the end of the first half. Yeah. But you actually go into the locker room trailing in this one. I felt like I was watching an Arena League team. They came out with a lot of 5 wides, no running backs, running a lot of screens. What were they doing offensively in that first half?
Well, obviously, they did some things that we weren't really prepared. Haven't seen them do that on film. So they went straight to no backs and throwing the ball every down, and knew the idea that they wanted to throw the ball probably coming in. That's what they relied on, but not to that extreme. So it caught us a little bit off guard about the multiple packages we had to do. We had to adjust a little bit there in the second half, and I think that's why you come in the second half. We're going to shut them down. But hats off to them. They came in with a plan. They felt it was going to gave them their best opportunity to win, and they went with it.
And, Coach, sometimes early in the year it's good to have some adversity and have to overcome that adversity.
No doubt. I mean, I think, again, it's always great, especially I always love as a coach to win and not play well, win and be frustrated with how you got things done. So it's a good opportunity for us to go back to the drawing board, learn from the experience, some things there on both sides of the ball. There's things that we should have done, things we should have taken advantage of. There's things we should have capitalized on, been opportunistic with, and we're learning lessons as we go along.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the second half highlights right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall. Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by East of Italy, located in the Hammond Square Mall and at 600 Franklin Avenue in New Orleans near the lakefront. East of Italy serves traditional Italian fare with a distinct New Orleans twist, featuring succulent crawfish, southern spices, and made fresh everyday bread. You won't find a more tasty dish of Italian food anywhere else in the city. Regardless of your needs or desires, East of Italy can satisfy your hunger. For more information on East of Italy, please visit eastofitaly.com or check them out on their Facebook page.
Rendy's Quick Stop, located just outside the gates of Southeastern on University Drive, has everything you need in a convenience store. If you're looking for a quick snack or a full-service cold drink fountain, hot food to go from Champ's Chicken and Fish 2, or an ice-cold beer, make sure you visit Rendy's Walk-In Beer Cooler. Rendy's also has a huge selection of import and domestic wine. So whether you're running low on gas or whether you just want to pick up lunch or supper to go, visit Rendy's Quick Stop. Rendy's accepts Lions Lanyap for Southeastern students. Rendy's Quick Stop, a proud supporter of Southeastern football.
Inside Southeastern Football with Coach Ron Roberts is supported by Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction, located in Southeastern's hometown of Hammond, Louisiana. Louisiana's First Choice Auto Auction is a dealer-only auto auction locally owned by John Poteet. For more information on Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction or their upcoming charity golf tournament, please visit www.lafcaa.com or visit Louisiana First Choice Auto Auction on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football. Head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall, as we're right here at East of Italy for our program this week. The Lions trailed at half against Florida Tech 17-14. Let's go back out and check out the second half highlights.
Great crowd.
Come back out here for the second half. Coach, I tell you, we had a really good crowd. A lot of students are on one hand. They were, I think, 5 or 6 deep in the end zone.
That's awesome. Yep.
Nice home opener here for our fans. And Coach, just couldn't get a whole lot in the running game going in this one. Coming off of a week where you had so much success against Northwestern State.
Yep. And again, we're not any different as the people. There was some things that a lot of our game is checked up front, and it was so some of that went out the door. The ability to check, just because didn't want to put that on a freshman quarterback coming in. But we will be able to do that obviously as we go in the future if he is the guy. And we tried to really, at the point, we tried to protect him and make sure we didn't put too much on his plate, so that he could have his first outing being a success.
Coach, is it one of those deals where you've prepared all week, you had a plan in place, and I know the number 2 and number 3 guys, they get reps, not the kind of reps like the number 1 guy gets. And when Deshae goes down, I mean, do you have to kind of throw that out the window a little bit?
Yeah, pretty much what happened was, when Deshae goes down, the game plan's over with, and we're trying to figure out, what does Donovan feel comfortable with, and we try to work it really around him, because he's a guy that's going to be a great player for us in the future, and we really got to handle that right. and to make sure that he comes in and has success early. You don't want to put him in a situation where he's not going to have success, and we try to do the balls and the plays and the things that he felt comfortable with getting done.
And you see putting a drive together here for your team as you trail 17-14, and you see with another promotion, made the field goal.
Nice job.
I think he won Chick-fil-A for a month.
We may have to find his name. See if he's got any eligibility.
So here's Juice down the left sideline, and here you go, first and goal now. Coach, a chance to retake the lead here late in the third quarter.
Yep.
Actually, early in the fourth quarter, you punch it in.
Yep. And it's obviously a nice drive. I think that drive right there with Donovan was a great drive. You saw him get comfortable as again. The fourth quarter was obviously his best quarter, and that he still made some mistakes, but again, I think he got a lot more comfortable as this thing went along. He started to relax a little bit.
Here's another fumble you forced, some big hits in the secondary. One of the 9 turnovers you would force on the night.
Yeah, well, there's some violent collisions in the back end. Our secondary crew is a group that really does do an outstanding job, and that was probably about as savvy as a play as I've seen in a long time. Demario Lane just does a great job of stepping in front of this thing. That is a wide receiver screen that he has picked to the house, and just a nice job.
Takes it to the house and gave you some breathing room at that point. Made it a 2-score ball game at 28-17. A great play as he just read that right off the quarterback's hand and was able to take it to the house. Tatum knocks it in. And here's a good end zone shot of watching Ison running the offense.
There's a little run and started to get going, Juice going a little bit. He had a great night on special teams. I know people just say, hey, he didn't carry the ball. Maybe he didn't stand out as much as he did the week before, but what a night he had on special teams. And there's another huge hit by Javon Tillman.
And it was a fumble, and they actually called that he was down. They would go to review. We had several reviews in this game, and that would turn over. And that was a big play in the game. They had a chance to get right back in it, and you were able to get the ball right back. Here's another drive later in the game, and another fumble.
And that's Aaron Price coming from the backside causes that one. Great hustle at the D-line, rushing the quarterback, turns around, snaps his head around, tackles the guy from behind, causes a fumble.
Just trying to run the clock out at this point and take as much time off you can. They get the football back late in the game and try to put a little last-ditch scoring opportunity together. And here's another interception. I'll tell you, it was crazy. It was crazy how many turnovers that your defense forced in this one. They had like several possessions in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and they get down there and kept taking them away. And here's Justin Allo gets in the ball game.
Yeah, Justin Allo comes in there and then there. It's good to get him reps and get him on the field. I mean, those guys are going to be huge assets as we go along and go down the road.
Here's a little quarterback scramble, and this is within under a minute to play in the ball game, and another completion down near the 11-yard line. They're trying to punch it in for some window dressing, but your defense would make another play in this one, and here's a great play by Denzel Thompson. Almost gets an interception.
Yeah, breaks that one up, but he made a big tackle on the play before that too. Denzel did. He probably had his best game so far. Mike Eugene
seals the game. Probably could have taken that one to the house too.
Probably could have taken it to the house when put points on the board. It does probably the safe thing there, get down and just end this thing. Again, celebrated another victory at Strawberry Stadium.
Lions win this one, as you can see. Not a great night offensively, but hey, you're 2-0 at this point, and you get the victory at home.
Yeah, sometimes again, you're going to win different ways, and this one was a huge night by the defense with turnovers and scoring and that, and we're looking forward to the next time we get on the field to show what we're capable of doing on the offense side of the ball.
Lions win this one 28-17. Before we get Coach's thoughts on the win, let's go back out and hear from some Lions who had some big performances in this one.
It was all my teammates mainly. If it wasn't for them and making the play happen, causing the fumble or whatever, I wouldn't have been able to make the touchdown. So I give all the credit mainly to them. But overall, the energy from my defensive teammates, are the ones that kept me going and making things happen. When we were coming out, we were just telling each other we got to make plays, and we got each other's back. So coming out with strength and power, we were just making things happen. And I got their back and they got mine, so that was our drive through the whole game.
Got to thank my DB coaches. We prepared for that play all week. We had a tip that a receiver always chop up when he's about to run a quick screen. So I seen it. I seen him chop up, just broke on the ball. I knew the quarterback would throw it there, and just went to the house. I didn't even know we had a +5 turnovers. It just started racking up. That's crazy. That's nasty D.
Man, first I gotta get all thanks to God. You know, it came with a lot of preparation. You know, coaches run us all week. You know, they harp on running to the ball, being physical, and it came into play. I saw the ball, ran to it, and my old teammates, we always talked as if I did pick up a fumble or something, who's going to block for me? The whole team blocked for me to help me.
When you got in the open, you know you were going to house it?
Well, I didn't know, but I ran like I did know. Yes, sir.
With that stiff arm.
Oh, man, you know, it just a little style to the game, you know. It comes along with it. You know, watching my bro Zay run the ball, so, you know, picked up a couple of things, lived the old dream. Well, I wouldn't say I was surprised. I was happy because we work with grind all week as a team. We pedal to the metal all week. You know, practice, preparation, film, everything. We're busting our tail every day of the week so that things like this happen. It comes natural. So, you know, I tip my hat out to my coaches and everything for pushing us to that, and my teammates for all of us having to bond and keep doing it together.
In some games, you know, we're a team, and sometimes we got to depend on each other. And this game, the defense, we needed the defense to step up, and they did. I mean, we knew they would, and they're nasty D, so we really got faith in those guys when they go out there every play.
Well, Coach, we just heard from some of your players, and I know you're happy to be 2-0 at this point. Really a crazy game, forced 9 turnovers in this one, but you moved to 2-0 in this one. I'm sure you're very happy.
Yeah, I was happy with it. We faced a little adversity there at half. We go down at the half. We'll go in the locker room. I like the way we came out. Defensively shut them down in the second half. Don't let them get back on the board. Offensively find a way, you know, get some points on the board. You know, I think at times, sometimes you got to lean on one side or the other. And then Saturday night was we had to lean on the defense. You know, there's been times when we got to lean on our offense and we got to put more points on the board or whoever else it is, and hope they step up as a team game.
So right now, through 2 weeks, the Lions lead the nation in interceptions, turnovers forced, and also sacks so far on the season. All right, now, if you were at the game Saturday night, you saw an interesting commercial play on the video board starring Coach and his family. We're going to let you take a look at that right here.
Kids, dinner's ready.
Let's eat.
I'm starving.
What's for dinner, Mom? The Ron Roberts special.
What?
The Ron Roberts special.
Is Dad on a restaurant now?
Dad's not coaching football anymore? Are we gonna move?
No, guys, it's the Ron Roberts special from the concession stand.
How do you get concession stand food on a Tuesday night?
I got a connection.
Honey, I'm home, and I've got dinner. The Southeastern Concession Stand is now offering their 2015 Ron Roberts special. A pulled pork sandwich, chips, and a drink. So stop by the concession stand in the concourse and pick up your Ron Roberts special.
Well, Coach, I know you had a lot of fun with that with your family. You're on camera all the time, but your wife, your kids got to be on there, and I know that'd be a lot of fun.
It was. I think anytime you get a chance to share your profession, get work with your kids, and get to see them be able to share that as a family, it's a great opportunity. It was a lot of fun filming it, and I know they had a lot of fun doing it.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the first couple of weeks we've introduced to kind of some new coaches to your staff. We're going to talk about a guy this week, Jared Cruzy, a guy who's come in on the defensive staff. Talk about him and what he brings to the table.
Well, first of all, Jared came in. The most attractive thing we getting him was that he had been a head coach at the college level, and he came in, and so I kind of lean on him here. He has a different input because he sat in my chair. He's also our special teams coordinator, secondary coach, assistant head coach, and again, a very knowledgeable football coach with a great feel for the game, and I think has a great knack for relating to players. So he brings a tremendous amount of experience to us that I'm very, very thankful for.
All right, we'll be right back here to East of Italy for Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall. Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by East of Italy, located in the Hammond Square Mall and at 600 Franklin Avenue in New Orleans near the lakefront. East of Italy serves traditional Italian fare with a distinct New Orleans twist, featuring succulent crawfish, southern spices, and made fresh everyday bread. You won't find a more tasty dish of Italian food anywhere else in the city. Regardless of your needs or desires, East of Italy can satisfy your hunger. For more information on East of Italy, please visit eastofitaly.com or check them out on their Facebook page. Inside Southeastern Football is made possible by Hammond Nursing Home. As a longtime member of the community, Hammond Nursing Home provides residents an option of quality nursing care in a home-like environment. We understand that there is no place like home, but we strive to maintain a warm, friendly, active environment for all that choose to be a part of our family. Owner Ray Nakhan, a Southeastern graduate and former football player, and his son, Marcus Nakhan, along with the entire Nakhan family, strive to make Hammond Nursing Home the premier nursing home and rehab center in the Hammond area. For more info on Hammond Nursing Home, please visit their website at hammondnursinghome.com. Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Malls. We're right here at East of Italy, and you can see they brought us out some delicious food. I'll tell you what, if you've never been here to eat, you need to try it. Me and my wife come here all the time, eat all the pasta. My wife loves the lobster stuffed ravioli. They got a lot of good food here, and they took care of us here today, Coach.
Oh, no, it looks good. I'm ready to dig into it.
No doubt about it. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to our opponent for this weekend, Coach, as we're going to go on the road and take on FBS opponent out of the MAC, Ohio, the Bobcats. This is a fantastic program. They have a very good football tradition, a great coach, a very famous coach, and Frank Solich has been around for a very long time. This is a very good challenge, a very good football team you're going to take on Saturday.
No doubt. Great job, great program. Traditionally, they're a bowl team every year. Frank Solich is probably a guy that's going to go down and be in College Football Hall of Fame one day. He's just had an amazing career as a head football coach.
And I know that they're coming off of a big victory this past week against Marshall. Marshall in week 1 defeated Purdue, so that's a very nice resume win there in week 2. And I know they played at home. That's a big rivalry matchup, but I know you've had a chance to watch that tape. They held Marshall to, I think, 10 points, and Marshall's a very good offensive football team.
Yeah, they're very good on defense. They're big, physical up front. They're very well coached. Got to fly around with the ball. They play extremely hard. I think it's one thing that steps off the film more than anything. Guys play up front, especially with a tremendous motor. Offensively, again, they're a very big physical offensive line. The receivers and tight ends, they block exceptionally well. They're just a very well-coached team that plays exceptionally hard.
The Lions are 2-0, and they'll take on the 2-0 Ohio Bobcats this weekend on Saturday. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank East of Italy once again. They have been a tremendous host for us here tonight. As we want to say goodbye for Coach Ron Roberts, I'm Allen Waddell. We'll see you next week right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts, presented by the Hammond Square Mall.